hit the like button, whatever it is, because we got everything y'all need, man. Listen, and what you ain't looking for, you gonna be looking for it then.
Scribe or Deebo gonna whoop your ass.
Joe, how you doing this morning, buddy?
Man, I'm doing good, brother Deebo. Man, having a great night watching football, man. The
Oh
Bills
yeah.
Dolphins game. It was great game to see. Great game to see.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. The Dolphins, they they came out to fight, dog. They came out to fight. You know what's so crazy is I talked to somebody before,
Mhm.
um, and I'm like, dude, watch the Bills go out here and lose this game, dude. I'm like, they done came back on the Ravens, they went and stumped the lights out the Jets. I'm like, they are primed for a letdown. They probably thinking that, Miami go come in here, woe is me. Maybe, they already had a players only meeting week one. So, you're at home, it's a short week, and the whole time I'm thinking,
You thought they were gonna sneak up on them.
I thought they was gonna sneak up on them, dude. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, barely they came through. It was 31-21. They came through, they
Mhm.
won the game. But as soon as the first quarter started, dude, Miami goes down there. They score on what, 10 plays, took up almost 7 minutes off the clock and went in for seven. Made it look easy. I mean,
Bro,
it was a short field. It was only
it popped
like
off the
50
special
yards.
teams. That's the way you start the game off. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Special teams popped off with a great return. They got it at the 50. I tell you one thing, Achan was balling. You know what I'm saying? Just getting the
Hmm.
ball in his hands. I don't think Tua did anything too impressive in the first drive. He just getting the ball. He didn't throw the ball over 5 yards. Completed the third and fourth to Tyreek Hill,
Right.
getting him involved. But I think Achan and what's my other man? Achan and Gordon, number 31, the rookie running
Okay.
back. Thunder and lightning. Them dudes, Achan's the more speed guy, you know what I'm saying? Dumping it to him. He was doing the
Right.
run game and catching out the backfield. And then Gordon being able to power it in, you know what I'm saying? So that first drive, it looked really impressive. But the same thing I was saying too, Tua didn't have to do too much. You know what I'm saying? Getting into the
Yeah.
hands of his, you know what I'm saying, athletes. He got some playmakers. Like Tyreek Hill was out there hooping. Very shout
Yeah.
out to Tyreek.
For sure, for sure. Then you come back and the Bills get the ball, and what is it, 85, 90 yards they go, 10
Oh,
plays, and they score. I'm like,
brother,
okay,
brother, brother.
ain't nobody
Cook,
coming to play defense this week. Like, what's
did you
going
see?
on?
It was James Cook. It was James
Oh,
Cook.
no
Did you
question.
see every time he touched the
Dude,
ball, it was for a
it was
first down.
10. It was it
It
was
was
it was it
10.
was
It was
double
10.
digits. It was
It was
double
first
digits every
down.
time
He
you
was
touched the
just
rock.
totally, he was cutting through there, running the ball with patience, you know what I'm saying, with burst.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That it looked good. So him and then Josh Allen with the little fake bubble screen, you know what I'm saying, and then
Hmm.
dropped the dime to the tight end, put it in ball placement was on the money. So like those first two drives, both teams go down, score. I'm thinking for sure it's gonna be a high scoring game. It looked
No
good.
question. No question. Then well, actually, I think the next thing was basically
We getting that?
Buffalo getting down there, and I think they missed a field goal or something, dude. Like, it was like,
They
how
this
do you
they
he
they
shanked
scored
it so hard?
they scored on their first two possessions, and then they drove it down on their
You're
third possession,
right. They
and
did.
then
They scored the very
he missed
next
the
one
field. They
because,
was they was walking the joint down,
yeah,
and that was when Tua got it, and he was
yeah,
fumbling the snaps. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. They
Dropped
shortened.
it.
I think they had a penalty. Actually, they were still driving. Now that I think about the second drive, they were still driving,
Mhm.
and they had penalties that slowed them down, and they weren't able to convert. And
Yeah.
then
Yep.
they went on down there, scored on them again, and it was 14-7 then. So,
Yes.
I'm thinking, it's still a chance because they were able to drive down. They let, some penalties, slow them down.
hmm
So,
And the good thing was too in the first half that Miami did a good job of converting on first downs. So that
mhm,
that second the next drive when they ended up scoring before halftime, Tyreek Hill they converted four third down conversions. Tua used his feet on one and three to Tyreek Hill, a third and 12, like a third and seven, and a third and five. He converted all three of those to get down there, and they ended up scoring before half. Where Waddle caught that slant, you know what I'm saying, getting in the end zone. So they
mhm.
got the ball with 4 minutes. That was an amazing 4 minute drill
Well,
by Tua, and
that was
then
from the missed field goal. The missed field goal, they were able to go
yes,
ahead and
they was able to get down there.
get a
So at
short,
halftime,
again, a short field, and able to get down there and go ahead and get seven. Now they tied up at halftime, so they in a fight.
they in the
Right now
dogfight.
you done gave Miami some hope.
hmm
And they like, we could go out here and do this.
I think
And
it was a tale of two halves because the first half it was 14-14. And then
mhm.
on the second half, defense third quarter wasn't too much action. Well, Josh Allen them came out off the rip, first
Oh
drive
yeah.
and scored in the third quarter. So that put it to 21-14, but not too much more action was going on in the third. A lot of punts, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But it was the fourth quarter that really was the tail of the game. A
No
defense played
question.
good in the third, but that fourth quarter, man, when they got to stop, you know what I'm saying? Two of them went down, they scored. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
ended
it's
up
tied up
the fourth
twenty-one,
down,
21 now. That was the
21-21. And then they get a stop. The tide of the game could be changing. And they
Mhm.
go for the punt, and my man runs into the punter, which changes the whole trajectory of the game. You know what I'm saying? Then they go down there and score. So it puts the game to 28-21. And I think that was those are the mistakes that you cannot make if you want to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The Buffalo Bills. You can't beat yourself. They were in the fight. They were getting them to punt. They were forcing them to punt. They didn't drive down there and score on them. So now it's 21-21. We getting the ball. You know what I'm saying? They were doing a good job
Mhm.
converting. They made the fourth down, 4th and 4, got down there and scored. So when you're playing the Bills, though, those are the mistakes that you can't make.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. So my I mean, I think they still had a chance until you got to that last that last interception right there. I think it was maybe 3 minutes or so left, whatever it was, and
Mhm.
you going in to possibly get seven, and then you had that interception, and that to me that basically sealed the deal.
Yeah,
That
that definitely sealed the
yeah,
deal.
that killed everything that was going, man. The best, I think the biggest thing that they did is they showed that they wasn't dead, dude. Like it's
Yes.
like, yo, we had a players only meeting week one, but that was to get to where we are now. And I
Mhm.
mean, they didn't come away with the win, but the mindset, the way they played, except for certain parts of it. The biggest thing is Buffalo. They made the plays when it counted. The defense made the stops, and the offense made the scores,
Yep.
and or a pick, whatever it may be. They kept the game close as long as they could, but the second half came, and I think what helped them keep it close too was Buffalo. I mean, they had some drop passes. They had some penalties that were stalling them in that second half. So
Mhm.
that helped Miami be able to keep it close.
Yeah.
And of course, the roughing the kicker and the late interception, that was just you
That
can't.
was a
Yeah,
crushed them. I think they kept it close, man. It was a really, really good game. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be good plays, there's gonna be bad plays, there's gonna be penalties here and there. Keeping it 14-14 going into halftime was all good. Like you said, like when the the roughing the punter, that started the whole thing. But
hmm
for real, when you finish the game off with that pick, you're driving down, you're making plays, you're getting the ball, you're hitting Waddle on some 5 and outs, you're converting on third downs. That was just a basic smash concept. Running back fast to the flat. It's 3-on-3 over there. He
hmm
looked directly where he was going, and that brought my man Shepard right
Yep.
straight through. As soon as he looked over there, he ran, and then it's 3-on-3. He threw the ball right to him. So you that's just mistakes that you can't make. You gotta look it off. You know where you're going. It's three
Right.
on three over there. As soon as you brought your eyes over there, defense is taught in zone. We're moving where the quarterback's eyes are going.
Yes.
He didn't look you off to deter
Right.
you
If he
from
had
going
looked
anyway.
him off on that and then turned straight to it and got it to it, he wouldn't have been that close.
He wouldn't have not been that close. But him looking instantly, soon as he got the ball from the snap, bringing his eyes there, oh, he
Mhm.
broke on it like he's instantly. You know what I'm saying? So just those mistakes that you cannot make there. And I'm not. This is here for a Tua bashing, but he didn't throw the ball well deep at all. All of their completions were behind the line of scrimmage. He was getting it to H-hand. He was getting it in Tyreek Hill's
I mean,
hand.
except for
Little
the
out
three, those
routes.
three big third downs. Yeah,
But,
most
but
of
no,
them were
those were the one where he scrambled away. That was about a 12-yard pass. That was maybe when the
right.
deepest was. The one with Tyreek Hill got he passed it 7 yards. Tyreek Hill went back, dipped down, and got missing on people. You know what I'm saying? Made
hmm
yards after catch. So
Straight
it
air
was
yards. I see what you're saying.
a
Yeah.
lot of the stuff was just underneath dips and dunks. And then when we needed to make plays, I mean, he would kind of turned it over, or was fumbling with the snaps on third downs. Just
hmm
little things that we can't have when we're not. I'm not asking you to win the game for us, but I'm asking you to just do a little more simple things. Just keep the turnovers down. Don't put us in positions to lose because at the end of the day, you're not doing too much. You're getting in the players' hands, but the ball being thrown down the field is not. That isn't
Yeah,
that it's
it's
not
a
gonna be
difference
good.
between hurting me and not helping me.
1000%.
Yeah, yeah, you're hurting me if you're turning the ball over. If you're not scoring, yeah, you're not helping me, but you're not hurting me. You're giving me an opportunity to go back out there and do what it is that we can do to try and keep it close. But picks, you're hurting me there. That's taking points off the board that could have put us in a position that we're looking at possibly going down there the next drive and seeing if we can't get an onside kick or something and see if we come through with it. But that opportunity was just snatched away in the last few minutes of the game.
Yeah,
Along, like I said, the two critical mistakes, dude. Like,
yeah, those two big ones, man. The roughing the punter and that pick. That's not winning football. And Josh Allen, he's not turning the ball over. They did like on the first half. They only had 3 possessions in the whole first half of the game. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
that's the Dolphins were holding the ball,
Well,
converting
they
on
were,
third
yeah.
downs,
They
keeping the
I
ball
think
away from them.
7 minutes. Another one was close to 6 and some change. They were holding on to the ball. I mean, at the end of the game, though, it was still almost even. Close
No, no,
to
no, for sure,
30
for
30.
sure, for sure, for sure. But 3 possessions in the first half is good, and then they scored on 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're moving in the right direction, but you just can't
Mhm.
turn the ball over and make critical mistakes if you're trying to win the game. You stayed in it, you did good, but it's not a bashing. They, like you said, they fought. They looked like they didn't give up on.
Mhm.
They didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like that didn't look like a team that didn't want to go out there and try to win that football
You
game.
think they take some type of moral victory out of this, even though they didn't win? You think
Uh,
it?
you know what it is. There's no moral victories in it. Once you lose, you lose. All of that stuff is going to be the same. You took a L on the win
Mhm.
loss sheet. I would hope just you could take the good for what it is, but at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of the more you lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you
I'm looking at
still.
exactly what I did wrong so that we can correct that next time and make
Mhm.
sure we come out with that win. That
Yeah,
moral victory stuff, I ain't never been on it. I ain't never been on that.
you lost, man.
Oh yeah, you lost. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.